today I'd like to talk about a few different topics and try to tie them all together for you. So one of the topics is reducing e-waste, and that's where this little baby comes in. So I've just picked this up, sitting alongside the curb, and so it's free. It has a Athlon 2 X215 processor. Very low performance, but it's also very low power. And that's going to come in handy when we convert this into a home server, where you can back up everything in your house on this server. Now, another great thing about this is it already has a Windows 7 license, which can be upgraded still to Windows 10, and it has a 500 gigabyte hard drive in it. Now, that's not a lot, but it's a good start. So we're not going to do that particular build today, but I just wanted to talk about it and try to tie some of these things together for you and talk about how you can do these things on a budget. I have another system almost exactly like this that I picked up at a local thrift store for $10. That'll be another one of my budget server builds. You got a $10 PC, you got a $0 PC. Now, this can be converted into a home server very easily. Just put an SSD in it, and that's going to increase the performance of the system greatly and make it a really well-performing home server. So we're going to take a look at it, see if it'll fire up good, and discuss, like I said, how you can go about creating your own home server. And if you follow me, subscribe to my channel, like this video, we're going to make some home servers out of systems like this. And we've got some old Dell Optiplexes, and we'll discuss today just how to do that. But in the near future, you can watch some more videos where we actually do that. So let's take a look at this, see what we got here. I'm going to drop this down, let you look down in it. And I'm going to turn this around so that we can fire this up and see what happens. Hopefully what happens is we get Windows to run. So let's fire it up. And while we're waiting on for that to hopefully boot, let's take a look down inside. So there's the interior, and I did have a look around while I was cleaning it out. It was pretty dirty, but we did get it to clean out pretty good. So you'll see right here, we have a 500 gigabyte hard drive. It's listed on the side, so I'm going to assume it still has the specs. I'm going to assume for the time being that it is still the original 500 gigabyte hard drive, and that the memory in it is listed as 3 gigabytes. So let's hope that is true, and we still have 3 gigabytes. Do I have this on? I didn't have it on, so let's see what's happening there. It's already booting up. So that's a good sign. We've got something on the screen there. What do we have? Looks like we have choices is what we have. So let's just talk about the inside here, and then we can look at the front there, see if we can log in. Sometimes these old systems, if they have passwords on it, you have to do a workaround, but there is actually a way to reset the password. It's kind of tricky. You can find videos that'll show you how to do that on YouTube, so I won't go into that today. But so what we have here is, like I said, the 500 gigabyte hard drive, 3 gigabytes of memory, the Athlon X215 processor. We have a 250 watt power supply, which it's not too bad for this system, considering that there's no graphics card. You could install a graphics card, but on a home server, you're not going to want to do that because it's going to consume extra power. And the whole idea here is we don't want to do that. So we have 4 SATA ports. So it would be pretty easy to get, if we can get 2 drives in by converting one of the 5 1/4 bays here. And if we take out the DVD, which we don't really need anymore, who uses them, right? Then we could convert these 2 bays into 2 more port or places for hard drives. Now, I wouldn't put the SSD in there, so I would move the operating system to an SSD, and then we could have 1, 2, 3 storage drives. The SSD could just sit in here anywhere, wouldn't be any problem. So yeah, it cleaned up nice. We got a decent power supply, plenty for this system. And as I said, we could have up to 3 hard drives. So it's a very good starter system. And when you consider that decent used hard drives like 18 to 22 or 18 to 20 terabytes can be had for less than $200, this system could really hold a lot of data. So let's see if we can get in here. This is a little tricky. All right, we're going to have to turn this around. I was hoping that it would just boot right in, but it didn't. Well, let's see. Will it go right in? All right, it did. Here's one more thing we're going to talk about. This is not good. This is good for us in a way, but it's not good for whoever left this out. Hopefully there's nothing sensitive on here. So let's switch screens back here. And there you go. So they did not clean this system out. I would highly recommend that anytime you leave something out like this, either smash the hard drive or just wipe it. They have programs for free that you can run several passes and totally clean it, totally wipe all the data off of it. Just deleting everything isn't enough. When you delete things from a hard drive, they are not deleted. It actually just tells Windows that those are free. So until something happens where data is placed on same sectors repeatedly, that stuff is still going to be there, and you can use programs to retrieve it. Not that that would happen, but if it's sensitive data, you really should be a lot more careful. But there you go. That's about all I got for you, but here we are with a home server potential build that we have $0 in that actually runs, and I can easily upgrade this to Windows 10 for free. So by placing about a $15 SSD in it, we would have a starter of a home server. Depending on your storage needs, you could maybe start with a 4 to 6 terabyte drive, and then later, like I said, you could get like an 18 or a 20 terabyte drive for less than $200. and really increase your storage. So thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. You're going to see us do a build with this at some point. Right now, we're gearing up to do a bunch of workstation builds where we take an older workstation, maybe add a little memory, sometimes graphics cards. Most of them need a graphics card, so different levels of graphics cards will be used for them. But we're going to discuss that too, and why it's very good for the environment. It's very good for you. You get a computer that will do everything that you need it to do on a budget. So thanks again for watching. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and we'll see you in the next video.